Welcome back to Weekend Smile. Our next guest is the conceptualizer of the Mental Health Journal, designed for individuals to take control of their mental health and wellness through self-reflection and affirmations. Joining us this morning is mental health advocate and author of Mental Health Journal, So You Good Do, right? I got that right? So You Good Do. Yes, is Alicia Edwards. Hi, Alicia. Welcome to Weekend Smile.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. You're looking lovely in pink, Alicia.
Thank you.
I mean, a mental health journal. We've been hearing a lot of talk about mental health and the importance of it. A lot of persons who have been dealing with it. But you, as an advocate yourself, why was it so important for you to create this piece right here, the mental health journal?
Okay, so you good though. That's a common Jamaican.
So you good though.
Yeah, common Jamaican term that we ask each other. The language says I care, like I'm asking how you're doing, but the behavior says otherwise because I'm not waiting for your real answer.
Okay.
And in Jamaican terms, we have a reflex answer like, yeah man, I'm a good man, even when you're not. So this journal is really an opportunity for you to answer, so you're good though, more authentically. Like we want the real answer, not
the sarcastic or the question that answers itself, right? But more so, are you okay?
Like for real?
For real, in real life.
Exactly.
All right, so I was actually scrolling through the book, and let me start where at the first page that actually caught my attention, which was the dedication, right? The dedication, it read that the journal is dedicated to your beloved brother, Matthew Craig Edwards.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were talking a little earlier. Was it as a result of a mental health issue with your brother as to why you wrote the book?
Yes. So that inspired my whole advocacy journey on a whole, because he was going through challenges, but he didn't really have a voice to express, and it wasn't until his passing that it hit home like, wow, mental health is really important and nobody's talking about it. So it just inspired me to talk about it and give it a voice so other people don't have to wait until it hits home for it to be a conversation.
You've actually had your own challenges with mental health as a result of your brother's passing.
Right.
How did you deal with that?
Journaling, i.e.
Okay.
So journaling was a huge one for me, because it's easy for things to live in your mind, thoughts, feelings to live in your head. But when you write it, when you give it a voice and express it, it's just something about having a brain dump that lets you realize certain patterns and certain triggers, and you're like, oh, okay, I see where this is a thing.
When you write it down, do you read it over?
Actually,
how do you realize that there is a pattern? Because I don't know, for someone like myself, I don't journal, you know what I mean? And there are persons who journal. But for other persons who possibly even you just don't have the time to journal, everything is all up in here, or you prefer to talk to somebody. But if you do decide to journal, how do you realize that pattern that you speak of?
Okay, so if I write an entry, I'm not going to read it over, like write it and then read it over, no. Maybe over a certain period of time where I'm feeling a little bit okay, and I go back and I read it and I'm like, oh wow, so I was like in a cycle. So it really does give you clarity.
The trigger, you realize the trigger, and what is actually causing you to feel that way. What is triggering that emotion? Okay, all right. So let me get into the book now. I mean, the journal, So You're Good Though. There are a number of other pages with quotes on it, and I love these quotes, right? Especially this one that says, "No matter post about it, write it instead." Right? Because a lot of times we find persons are very expressive on social media when they're going through a lot of things. They either go on social media to cry, they go on social media to scream, to say, hey, I'm having a bad day today. Nobody post about it, write about it instead.
Exactly, because social media, it's not always a safe space. Yeah, it's
not all the time. So I see another quote that says, nobody no more than you. I like that one too. How did you decide on these quotes though, Alicia? Talk to me about that now.
So the quote pages, as you know, it's a Jamaican mental health journal. So I wanted it to have some Jamaican terms that we use. So I'm like, what are some affirmations, but make it Jamaican? So that's where the whole idea came from.
Okay, you can't just go on, so slow down and rest. That is an important one. Very, very important one. You can't just go on, so Like,
I know that's
take
right.
a minute to breathe.
Exactly. You can do that with journaling.
You can do that with journaling as well. What has the reception been like?
Oh, wow. People are really liking it. It's the, so you're good though? They're like, wait, wow. It's true, we don't really care about the real answer. We just have a reflex answer. Yeah, we don't even think about, are we really okay? So the title alone is what grabs people, but I made it intentional, so it's male and female. That's why I was so intentional with the colors.
Okay.
Because it's very easy for a journal to look girly. So easy.
Once you go pink, once you go red.
So easy. So I made sure that it could be, gender neutral.
Okay, all right, Alicia. If persons are interested in purchasing your mental health journals, where can we find them?
Okay, so the website is actually www.sygdjournal.com. And it's also in stores at My Jamaica by Sun Island, that's in Legani Plaza.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And I'm sure you're on social media as well.
Yes, I am. I am Alicia L. Edwards on all the platforms.
Okay, what do you hope? I have a final question for you, Alicia, before we go. What do you hope that persons will achieve from journaling? And I mean more specifically, using your mental health journal. What do you hope to accomplish? In terms of the lives that you'll touch? What do you want from this?
Well, I'm hoping that it helps people to process their emotions and process it with God and bring it to Him so He can rise the emotions to the surface and help you to deal with them. Because as I said, journaling really reveals certain things that is just in your head.
Yeah. We're giving them strength, we're giving them a space to feel comfortable to deal with all those emotions that sometimes that we're bombarded with as humans. Alicia, thank you so much for joining us on Weekend Smile.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure speaking with you. Your journal looks amazing, and I'm sure it will help a lot of persons who are battling with mental health issues. There you have it, guys. Alicia there, or mental health advocate and author of Mental Health Journal. Say a good do, Alicia Edwards. Don't go anywhere. We can smile. We'll be right back.